A group of high school students left my showing of Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey after about 30 minutes. So that should tell you the level of quality we're dealing with here. Even a group of cackling teenagers didn't care for this nonsensical horror tale. When Winnie the Pooh entered the public domain, I knew we would be in for some really bad adaptations, but I really didn't expect the horror world to take to it so quickly. I guess that makes me blissfully ignorant because not only did they take to it, but they did it with the least amount of money possible. And boy, does it show. I don't want this entire review to be negative, so I want to focus on some of the positives first. There are times where Blood and Honey looks really good. I was actually shocked at some of the beautiful shots that they were able to pull off. There's also a wonderful animated sequence that opens the movie. It's not anything advanced in terms of animation, but I really enjoyed the aesthetic. Almost tricks you into thinking the film is going to be of higher quality than what we get. But even those positives have caveats. With every nice shot is one that you can't tell what the hell is going on in. The blacks are so crushing that it makes it almost impossible to make out the detail in night scenes. And then the shaky cam. Oh my god, the shaky cam. Then there was the sound design / music. It could have easily just been my theater, but this was so poorly mixed that the bass would just buzz like pure static. It was easily the loudest part of the movie and would even sometimes precede jump scare moments. I can't emphasize enough how bad the mixing was in this film. This just kind of added to the very shoddy production, which is just full of mistakes. Keep an eye on the opening credit sequence where you can see certain visual elements awkwardly fade in and out. If this didn't clash with everything else going on in the story, then it'd be a much more entertaining time. Because I really wanted to enjoy the bad. There was just no joy to be had. Wow, hey look, I rhymed. Even the kills are unexciting and dull. I figured that if they were to do anything right, it would be the kills. I mean, why else would you take some popular IP and turn it into a horror movie? There must be some kind of grand concept that inspired the production, right? Sadly, no. Every death is boring and over in a flash. Then there's some really useless CGI that's added to most of the kills as well. The most baffling aspect of the film, though, is that it doesn't even seem like the filmmakers want you to have fun with it. It's so dreary. The characters are constantly going through trauma and crying, and not in the fun horror movie way. The schlockiness feels non-existent at points. It has more in common with a Texas Chainsaw Massacre than anything else. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is easily one of the worst films I've seen in theaters, and I've seen a lot of stinkers. The one thing that kept going through my head during the screening was why? When there are so many original stories to tell, and even interesting stories to tell with Pooh and his band of characters, why do this? Why create something that lacks any kind of creativity and doesn't even try for fun? I love movies that are so bad they're good, but this isn't even that. This is someone trying to make a quick buck, and it shows in every facet. Your money is better spent on a film that actually has some passion behind it. When the credits roll, the person next to me said something that really felt like the perfect way to encapsulate this movie. That sucked.